This is Jeremiah Craig coming at you for Coffee and Music, number 1523, right here in Ithaca, New York. Happy Monday to you. It's Monday. It's Monday again. Let's go. Whoo! Oh man, we're rolling on through October, and October is getting a little bright here this week. It seems like weather is gonna be great. Great week for exotic cowboy boots. If you guys can rock any of those this week, it's going to be a great week for it. So, looking up here. Things are looking up this week. Let's go. Cheers. Good morning, John Woodrow. Good to see you. Good morning. Good to see you guys here this morning, since it is a new week. And how's it going, Razor? Good to see you. Harley in the house. Good morning to you, Ruben. Good morning to you, Brian. Good morning to you, Nate Messler. So happy to see you. So happy to see you guys this morning. It's a new week, and as we build things, as we get to work here in a new week, you know, it's important to remember to take it easy on ourselves sometimes as we're building stuff and getting things done. This song is about that in particular. It's called You Can't Build It on a Clean Bench. It's a newer one here. How's it going? Sigbin, good to see you. Alan in the house. Good morning. Ruben, working on the next video. No worries, buddy. Here is You Can't Build It on a Clean Bench. Dan had a plan to last those boots and tack that leather down. He took all it would give and asked a little more, but he couldn't find his hammer around. He found leather scraps, pegs and tacks, pliers and wraps and knives. Well, he didn't cuss, he didn't fuss, he just smiled with a shine in his eyes when he said, You can't build it on a clean bench. Everything is bound to be a mess when you're working on something new. The best part is creation, not the organization of the pieces we put together with our tools. The chef confessed she was a little stressed, starting her joint in the bay. There was lots to do before cooking food, like bringing in the stoves and the paint. There were plyboards on sawhorses, with pots, cans, rollers, and fans. As it comes to life, it won't look nice, but wait till you taste what's out of those pans. You can't build it on a clean bench. Everything is bound to be a mess when you're working on something new. The best part is creation, not the organization of the pieces we put together with our tools. Jesse moved west to find some work where the cost of living was low. Well, it's always hard to work that job and find new friends to get to know. Jesse would get frustrated, behind on all of the chores. But when you start from scratch on a brand new patch, who cares about laundry on the floor? You can't build it on a clean bench. Everything is bound to be a mess when you're working on something new. The best part is creation, not the organization of the pieces we put together with our tools. Yeah. So now that we know that, let's get out there and build something cool this week. Yeah, there it is. You can't build it on a clean bench. Got the inspiration from that one from Dan Schwartz and the Schwartz Custom Boot Making School. Can't build on a clean bench. Ronald, greetings to you. Good morning. Wearing those Ruho Dukes today. Nice. Shined to a mirror finish. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, Ronald. Yes. Bootmaking, that is what the song is all about. Yes, Thor's Might, that's what I'm talking about. How's it going? Grav, good to see you from India. Let's talk boots of the day. What boots do you got here on this beautiful Monday? Let me know in the live chat. Ronald already kicked us off with those Ruho Dukes. Good choice, good choice. I'm rocking the Blackjack Piraruku boots here this morning. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day here. Beautiful week, so it's going to be a good one for exotics. Figured to start it off with some Blackjack Piraruku fishskin boots. And remember, you can get your own from your own Blackjacks like that from timsboots.com. And you can save 10% when you use my code Jeremiah Craig 1. That's no spaces, Jeremiah Craig, and then the number 1. Jeremiah Craig 1 at timsboots.com will save you 10% on your order. I don't have any Stingrays yet, Joe. Stingray boots are... It's one of the toughest leathers out there. Bootmakers break their equipment on Stingray leather so frequently, and on top of that, it is one of the most difficult boots to break in. And because I have a narrow width size, I'm not going to try a Stingray boot that's not my size. I'm not going to do it. That would be murder. That'd be murder on my feet, and I'm not going to sign up for that. So it'll happen eventually. But it's got to be right. Good morning, Brian Little. Good to see you. Nate Messler rocking some Tony Lama Smooth Ostrich boots in saddle color. That's what I'm talking about. Great, great leather. Brian Little rocking some Tony Lamas as well. Got those nubuck leather. Sweet. Alan rocking some JB Dillon flag boots. Nice. And also... Brian Board is with Nate on those Tony Lama Smooth Birds today. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Carlos. Good to see you. Good to see you. Would love to have a pair of Stingrays eventually, though. Cowhide? Yeah, I got a bunch of cowhide boots, Joe. It's probably the most popular boot that I have back here. Cowhide. Cowhide. Pretty much the vast majority of these boots back here are all bovine. All right, what are we feeling here on this Monday? What are the kind of vibes you got? Good to see you. Good to see you all. We got 100 folks in this Coffee and Music. Good morning to you. This is Coffee and Music number 1523. So this is a usual thing here on my YouTube channel, starting sometime between 8:30 and 9 a.m. every Monday, but I also have Coffee and Music live streams throughout the week on different social media platforms. It switches between Instagram and Facebook for the rest of the week. Deuterish rocking those Double H boots. That's what I'm talking about, getting it done. Thor's Might. It's got the Dan Post Cognac Bullhide today. Yeah, buddy. Phil, good to see you. We got Phil Guijarro in here from... we got Phil Guijarro in here from Hondo Boots. Yo, Carlos, good to see you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Mass hysteria just wants me to reveal secrets out here. Since when is it a good idea to tell the entire world how many guns you got? Besides these two right here. Harriet riding high. How about a song, One Shot for you, Mass Hysteria? This is a song about how they used to trade bullets for shots of whiskey in the Old West. And Ruben's got them Harriet riding high today. That's what I'm talking about. Good choice. This one's from my album, Life's for Taking Chances, and actually the album takes its name from one of the lines in this song. So this is called One Shot. I coming off the trail with Wyatt, Bat, James, and Virgil, and we were thirsty for some whiskey, but had not a penny to our names. My boots were too dusty and my muscles too tired to sit with some inbreds and lie through my teeth for a few card games, so the other 4 boys got a table and I moseyed on up to the bar. They often joked there was more silver on my tongue than in all of Tombstone. I said, barkeep, we came in only with our guns and good looks. We ain't good with the broom, ain't good with the books, but a drink would liven up our weary bones. What do you say? He said, empty your wheel gun out on the bar and we'll see how many rounds there are. Yeah, 1 shot for 1 shot, and I only deal in 45s. 1 shot for the whole lot, and that leaves you with 1 shot for your life. It's Monday. We got 1 shot this week, let's get it. So I looked at the bullets, but I looked longer at the bottle. As much as I hated to part with those 5 rounds, life's for taking chances, so I told the boys we had a deal and they all came up for their drinks. Then my eyes stopped at the stairs and Big Nose Kate and I were exchanging glances. Last time I saw her was when the Rangers took me from her bed, but she helped me escape before they could put a rope around my neck. She walked on over to where the mouth breathers were playing. One spouted a curse at her. I guess they weren't playing with a whole deck. I said, you got 1 shot to apologize, or I'll put 1 shot between your eyes. 1 shot for 1 shot, and I only deal in 45s. 1 shot is all you got 1 shot for your life. Then he said something dumb like he don't apologize to whores. So I figured he was asking for all the things that would come next. I still had my whiskey in my hand when he reached for his gun. But he was all wrist and it's all hip, so I kept my word a la tete. Then I was empty, but I hadn't spilled a drop. His friend made a move, I was quick to my knife. He knew he'd been beat by the shine of the blade. I finally drank and said, give me your bullets, and I'll let you leave with your life. Well, before he ran, he let them fall to the ground, and I bought the boys and Kate's another round. 1 shot for 1 shot, and I only deal in 45s. 1 shot is all you got 1 shot for your life. Yes, alright now, 1 shot, 1 shot. One shot, let's go. That's off of the album Life is for Taking Chances. You can hear that on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and everywhere else. Yo, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Slick Mouth, good to see ya. No, I'm Jeremiah Craig. You're in the wrong place if you're looking for David Allen Coe. Let's go. Howdy, LC, good to see ya. Good morning from Wichita Falls. Nice. Good to see you here from Wichita Falls. That's the home of the Boot and Saddle Makers Roundup that just happened a couple of weeks ago. I was not able to go this year because it landed on my wedding anniversary. But maybe I'll be able to go back next year, depending on what weekend it lands on. Tone from San Antonio. Good to see you. Just bought a pair of Dan Post American alligator boots in chocolate brown color. Congrats! Let's go! Let's go! You want me to play Old Hope? I'm cool with that. That actually mentions Wichita Falls in the second verse. Actually, I don't think it mentions. Yeah, it does. It does mention Wichita Falls in the second verse. So let's play Old Hope. That's a great idea, Mike. Thank you for the request. That is in a different tuning, so I'm going to tune this sucker real quick, see how it takes to it. Hope you guys are all having a great week so far. It just started. I hope you had a spectacular weekend. Let's see, what did I do this weekend? Did the Rotary Highway cleanup. So on Saturday morning, we all went out to the Route 13 over here and picked up some garbage for a few hours. I did about 4 bags of garbage in my Red Wing Pecos boots. I put up a reel on my Instagram if you guys are interested. It's Jeremiah Craig Music is my Instagram. And then headed over to do some fall activities and pick some pumpkins with my wife at Moore's Family Farm. They have a whole bunch of games and stuff too, so we were like throwing they had a baseball pitching zone where you could see how fast you threw. I throw about 61 miles an hour. It's not very fast, but it was the fastest during the 15 minutes that I was standing there. So that was fun, and then I watched the Bills game yesterday. We doing Wessa in January? I'll have to check, Phil. That would be a lot of fun. I'd love to go back down to Wessa. I will be involved in they contacted me the other day for a interview, like a panel interview or something like that. So I'll be doing something with Wessa here in the wintertime. And Billy, congrats on your second pair of higher boots. That's awesome. Glad you found a brand that you love. All right, let's do some That Old Hope. Thank you for the request, Mike. This one also has Wichita Falls in the second verse. This is a good one for a Monday. It's about adventure and finding hope in adventure. That Old Hope, not released yet. I drove in the Palisade, hoping for a gig with a little extra pay. No place to stay, thought I'd be sleeping in my car again. It was by the peach orchard there, a man looked at me and knew how I fared. He smiled and said that he might have a hand to lend. We saw the joker and the thief fighting right there in the middle of the street. So he says, come in off the road, sit yourself down and warm your bones. Rest assured, we got a good cup of coffee around here. Take all the time you need, and if I don't see you before you leave, just know that old hope is always better than fear. Yeah. I was looking to crumble walls, so I flew down to Wichita Falls to crash the leather workers' backyard barbecue. I met the math man there who pulled out a joint and slicked back his hair. He said the world is old, but every day it's new. If it don't work out, don't you worry. It's taken this long, so what is the hurry? Come in off the road, sit yourself down and warm your bones. Rest assured, we got a good cup of coffee around here. Take all the time you need, and if I don't see you before you leave, just know that old hope is always better than fear. Yeah. Twins came up from North Pennsylvania, where it's pretty but the towns contain ya, and they were so easy to spot in all of their hometown bars. Said they needed a wingman here, so they made the plans and I bought the beer. We had a long smoke in the garage by their car, broke into song singing the story. It was a pit stop on all our roads of glory. Come in off the road, sit yourself down and warm your bones. Rest assured, we got a good cup of coffee around here. Take all the time you need, and if I don't see you before you leave, just know That old hope is always better than fear. Hey, that old hope is always better than fear. Yeah. Oh. Woo. Yo, let's go. A little That Old Hope. That Old Hope. Whew, thank you for the request. And since we're still in the same tune in here, I think I got one more for you guys, since we got some good viewership this morning. Thank you for joining me here on this Coffee and Music number 1523. I really appreciate you spending your Monday morning with me. If you are in, if you're in the United States anyways. India, it's like evening time or something like that. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. And thank you, Carlos, for that super chat tip. I really appreciate it. You're the best. I can always count on Carlos to be here pretty much every single Coffee and Music. He's a regular with those super chat tips too, so thank you, Carlos. I really appreciate your support every single week. Let's play some hand-me-downs. Some Held Together by Hand-Me-Downs. This is also a newer one that I don't have released yet, but hey, it's pretty fun. If you're new here, why don't you hit that subscribe button, or help me out and hit that like button at least. That's a little less, a little bit smaller of a move that you can make if you're new here, or if you're a regular here. A little bit smaller of a move that you can make that helps me out quite a bit. So hit that like button, and if you're moved to do so, I would also appreciate a subscribe as well. Love you guys so much. Here's a song called Held Together by Hand-Me-Downs that I think you guys might enjoy. Held Together by Hand-Me-Downs. Start out the day with my mother's pancake recipe, for that good old stick to your ribs all day energy. I pull on my Woolrich from great-grandpa Moore. He helped our family with the cabin so we could move out the trailer. A watch from my father to know patience and time. He got it turning wrenches after 30 years of the grind. I'm suited up to last no matter what comes my way. I'm rooted in my past, ready to make this my day. It don't make them like they used to, pound for pound. I'm held together by hand-me-downs. My belt buckle and boots are from my godfather Bill. He wrote a book of his wisdom and I study it still. A hunting knife from my uncle with a tooled leather sheath. I dressed my first buck with it when I was only 14. And jeans from my brother since we're nearly the same size. But he does jiu-jitsu and I drink more than what's wise. I'm suited up to last no matter what comes my way. I'm rooted in my past, ready to make this my day. It don't make them like they used to, pound for pound. I'm held together by hand-me-downs. In the evening I flip through pages of Louis L'Amour. Great Uncle Charlie read Taggart 3 times or 4. I lay down under Grandma's quilt that's ragged with years. With all this around, I can rest without fears. I'm suited up to last no matter what comes my way. I'm rooted in my past, ready to make this my day. It don't make them like they used to, pound for pound. I'm held together by hand-me-downs. I'm held together by hand-me-downs. Held together by hand-me-downs. Yeah, buddy. That's one that you can't hear on Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube Music yet, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon we'll get around to recording some of these new songs that I don't have up yet. But you can still hear plenty. I got about 5 albums on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music if you're interested in hearing more throughout the day. Love you guys so, so much. Thank you for joining me here on this Coffee and Music number 1523. I really appreciate you kicking off your Monday, kicking off your week here on this beautiful October 21st. That's the day. That's the day. Love you guys so much. Let's get out there, kick ass, take names, and have a little fun while we're at it. Wishing you the best. And if you want some more coffee music, tomorrow morning I'm going to be on Instagram for Coffee Music number 1524. Until then, cheers, guys, and I hope you guys